Hey. What's going on,
happening?
everybody?
What's
What's
it going on?
happening? You know what I'm saying? It feels good to be sitting up here, you know what I'm saying, amongst my fellows and one other boo
Oh,
boo. Okay.
you do it like
But yeah, it
Uh-oh.
feels good. It feels good to sit back and be number one in the East and take down all the so-called big hitters in the NFC. Gotti, what up? Sal, welcome back, man.
What's happening?
Rob, Michigan man, 78. What's going on, man? How y'all feeling today?
another day, man. A little salty, sad today. I gotta admit, a little salty,
That's
sad
okay.
today.
That's okay. Gotti, man, how you feeling? How you feeling?
I feel good.
That's right.
Feels
That's right.
good.
Sal, what up, man?
Hey,
Coming live from Germany.
hey! I'm just gonna be honest. This is back to be back from Germany. You know that time difference was killing me, yo. Trying to
I
stay up
bet
all
it
night
was.
watching the football games. It was hard, but I'm back. You know, back in Florida, back in this warm weather. You know how we do it. Plus the Eagles win. What more to ask for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Can't
Can't
ask for much more.
I could have asked
We,
for much more. It could have been a Lions win.
Yeah, but
you lying.
so what we're gonna do, Rob? We're gonna say on the positive path for us, okay?
Okay.
Fellas, so we got a whole bunch of things we're gonna get into, so let's go ahead and hop right into it. Well, I can tell Gotti is happy, boy. Gotti even ain't stopped smiling since we got on this thing.
Hey, boy,
All
look,
right, fellas.
you see how I went to work. That's how
Yeah,
I
I
went to
see
work.
that. I see that.
Every
I
month.
see that.
I do this every Monday though. It don't matter win or lose. You know what I'm saying?
We say Claude was going to work looking very dapper, very
But
debonair.
now.
All right, Gotti. So what we're gonna do like this, man? So look, was the game more about the Eagles' resilience or the Lions' missed opportunities? You gotta look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because there were some good plays, some bad plays, but on both sides. And I'm gonna be honest, it was a very good game on both sides. Issues on both sides. But I need to hear from Gotti. Was it more about the Eagles' resilience or more about the Lions' missed opportunities?
I think it was more about the Lions' missed opportunities. I don't think we had a point to where we had to show resiliency. We played consistent on both sides. We played on both sides consistently the whole game. Defense played lights out the whole game. Offense was slow the whole game. You know, one touchdown, bunch of field goals. But the Lions, there's a lot of opportunities that the Lions missed. We can go ahead and talk about the fourth down conversions, and the inability to advance. But yeah, I just think a lot of missed opportunities. The stats show that Stafford was like 38% passing, but a lot of those passes was dropped balls. Like they weren't all just incomplete passes.
Right.
So they can't put all of the failure of the passing game on Stafford. There were some
Jared
passes out there. I'm like, man, y'all lucky he ain't catch it. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all
Mm,
lucky he dropped it because it would have been a first down. So I
yeah.
think it was a lot of missed opportunities. Eagles played consistent the whole game, first and second half. So they didn't. I don't think they had a lot to pick up. In the second half from the first half. I just think they played a consistent game. It wasn't great on offense, but it wasn't great the whole game. Defense was fantastic, but the Lions just missed out on a lot of opportunities.
All right, Metcalf, man, what's going on, man? Rob, what you got, man?
Hey, I'll just say this. I think definitely the Eagles' defensive line was just lights out. Like, I mean, they made just about every play you can make for the defensive line. I mean, they had Jared Goff flustered. He ain't mobile, and if he's moving, most of the time he ain't making that pass. So I definitely want to say hats off to that defensive line there. A lot of like knockdowns, a lot of pressure. And Jared Goff just couldn't handle it, which I kind of expected as far as Jared Goff goes. I mean, he's a Lion. I love him, but it's like I said before, he's not elite. He's very serviceable, but I don't think he's going to get us over that hump. That's just my opinion.
Mm. So Sal, man, I know he's up. I know he's up late, maybe on the plane. What'd you get, man? Is it more of the Eagles' resilience or the Lions' missed opportunities?
you know, we talk about the resilience and opportunities, and I know Gotti mentioned that the Lions had a lot of missed opportunities. But I don't know if they had missed opportunities because, or what is just the play calling? You know, Campbell kept going over for fourth down. Were those missed opportunities or just bad calls on his part? You know what I mean? The first two I got it. But to keep going over and over on fourth down and no, you ain't. So to me, that's not a missed opportunity. That's just bad calling to me. I'm not gonna call it a missed opportunity because I mean he took over the play calling. This is the second time calling play calling. He took it over, and I just don't think. I think those was bonehead plays calling that he was making on those fourth downs. You know what I'm saying? I got it once or twice. I mean, we know how Dan Campbell is. He's going to try. He's going to try. He's going to try. But I mean, at some point, you got to be like, yo, this shit ain't worked the second or third time. Maybe I just need to go ahead and kick it to get these points. We'll try to get these points on the board. I know people talking about the win has something to do with it, but Jake was making the kicks. Jake was making them. Yeah. So to not even try to make a kick and they keep going on the fourth count and keep getting shut down, I don't think there was a missed opportunity. I think there was just bonehead ass play calling that he was making. That's how I see it.
Can I mean about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I definitely agree with that. I mean, we talk about player development. I mean, coaches talk about player development, getting, quarterback development, all that. What about coaching development? I mean, Dan Campbell got on there and said, hey, I made a mistake. I regret. I wish I could take these back. But again, you said that last year. You said that the year before. You continue to say that. Are you going to develop and grow as a coach so you can help your team win? Put them in a position to win, not a position to be in a tough position and possibly lose the game.
Yeah. No, it's crazy because like if you look at the first, second, third, and then the fourth quarter for Detroit, it was interception, punt, turnover on downs, turnover on downs, turnover on downs, turnover on downs, punt, field goal. On that second turnover on downs, it wouldn't have been no more turnover on downs. It'd have been some field goals. That's just me.
Yep.
But so I would say it's more about the Lions' missed opportunities for the Lions, but it's more to our resilience for the Eagles. And I say that because there were a lot of opportunities, and I'm quite sure Gotti and Hassel, they'll get into it later, but there were a lot of opportunities that we had, but I put that on the receiver coach. Because them boys were dropping balls they should not have been dropping.
Right.
And this is on both sides. So what is it a dub? Yes, we'll take it, but it was a sloppy game on our side and a sloppy game on their side too. But luckily we came up with the dub. Our coaches thought more about getting the points rather than trying to prove a point about going fourth down. So y'all call him Dan Gamble. Well, that's what he did. And guess what? Y'all crapped out. Tell you that.
All I know is I better not 7.
All I know is I bet not crap.
That's kind of the script when they play elite teams, right? Like Dan Campbell's got to understand that you can't run this against the elite teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, take the points against these elite teams. You might be able to do that against some of these other bums, but when it comes to elite teams, man, get them points.
All right, so coming to the stage, man, live and direct. Okay. Hampton Roads own, man, straight from Jackson Heights. Okay, we got my main man. Well, Joe, where you at? Oh, I gotta add you this way.
Change up.
There we go. Big Joe Clark, man. What it is, Joe.
What's up, fellas? Sorry, man. I'm scrambling. I'm all over the place, man. Getting in from work, man.
You sound like Jared. You sound like Jared Goff.
Scrambling. That's okay. Hey, Jared Goff was doing the same thing.
All over the place.
He was doing the same thing. Don't worry about it.
Y'all throwing shade early in the game, huh?
Huh?
Y'all throwing shade early in the game, huh?
It's not shade. I mean, we just coming to you straight. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say that. This is what it is.
It's all good.
I felt like Jared Goff all by myself with all these Eagles in my face.
Hey, listen, I'm here. I'm your offensive line.
Okay, all right.
Not last night offensive line.
No, not last night.
All right. So Joe, talk to me, man. What does this win tell us about the Eagles or your Lions' identity at this point in the season? Like, what is it? How do you feel about your identity right now at this point in the season?
Eagles wise, they are what they are, man. They the defending champion. So it's not a lot I can say, man. When you're a defending champion, you want to defend your championship, man. Them boys want to go out there and serve and protect, man. You're going to get a hard-fought game, regardless of whether your offense playing good, defense playing good, defense not playing good, whatever. The Eagles showed up and showed what they can do, even through the most adverse times. The Lions. Man, honestly, it just showed me that we're ready for the big stage, man. Hey, Dan Gamble, man, he made some calls, but you live and die by that, right? You live and
Mm.
die by the way the way he called the games. And you know, if we execute a little bit better, it could very well have been a different game. So I'm good. I'm good with the outcome.
You good with the L? You good with that?
I'm good. I'm good with the outcome. This early in the season, I'm good with the outcome. Yeah.
He
Oh,
said,
okay. Okay.
he said, you live or die. Dan Campbell died like 6 times.
Yeah.
Hey, we 10
Warrior
games
died
in.
1,000 deaths.
Hey, listen. Out of
Yeah,
all those plays, it's only like two of those 6 that I just feel like he shouldn't have done. I could live with the 4, but 2
Okay,
of them, the field goal when he should have kicked that field goal, man.
Yes.
He should have kicked that field goal, man. That right there.
What quarter was it?
Man, I want to say it was the 3rd quarter, I believe. I can't remember, man. I think it was the 3rd quarter when we were down there by the. We was close enough to score a
3rd quarter.
touchdown, but we
It's in my notes right here. I got it. It was. Don't worry about Joe. I got it. It was the 3rd quarter, 4th down. Y'all on the Lions side of the ball. It was the score was 6-13, and you turned over on downs on the 4-yard line.
We were like on the 4.
You went for it on the 4-yard line.
Yeah.
Kick the field goal, man. Y'all already down.
You know what gets me about that? Is Dan Campbell is a former player, right? He's a former player. He knows how significant a score is. You get a touchdown, great, you're ecstatic. You get a field goal, yes, we scored. We got points. You don't get points by choice. It's deflating. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could really hurt you mentally. You know what I'm saying? I think that does do something to some players.
Yeah.
Get your points.
Yeah, it definitely
get
does.
them. Get them when you can get them.
Yeah.
Gotti, man, talk to me. What do you think?
As far as what's that?
No, Gotti said, what does the win tell us about the Eagles' identity at this point in the season?
Offense is weak. The offense is weak. This is like I said before a few weeks ago. We were at a stage. I think it was like week 6 or 7 where I felt like we should have been playing it like week 2 or 3. And we just came out. I like the three initial passes. The first few passes of the game, but just the execution was terrible, man. And we got carried by the defense. So our identity right now is Eagles defense. Eagles defense is winning our games, and the offense is skating by. I mean, we had 16 points scored on the last 2 games, and we scored what? 26 points.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. So our identity is defense with a very weak offense. That's what I think our identity is.
All right, so I looked at it like this. I was like, despite our record, we're what are we, 8-2 now?
8-2.
I'm saying we play it's our style of football. Because if you think about it, the past couple of weeks we've been playing real scary. And going into the game, you're looking at all these people saying, listening to what they're saying about the team and this, that, and third. And we say, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna throw the ball, but we're gonna spread the ball around. Something Gotti mentioned on the pregame show said we gotta spread the ball around. So the first series we was hitting everybody. I'm saying I think it was Vontae first, then Dallas, then AJ on 3rd down to get the 1st down. So we're playing our method and our mode of football, but I really feel like that's gonna hurt us on the back end because we gotta get in a rhythm, and we're not getting in that rhythm. Okay, so and when I say at all, I mean at all. So, and I say that because right now we have beaten 5 of the top 10 teams in the NFC and 2 of the top teams in the league, and we're still playing like quote unquote dog shit to some people. So if we can figure out how to maneuver on offense and get things working, our identity will now be a double threat, offense and defense, like we were a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? But at one point we were scoring 30 points and we're shutting people out. We're not shutting them out, but keeping them under 20 points. So like these are the things we gotta keep that we have to continue to do to be successful for the rest of the season and going into the playoffs. If we don't do that, then I hate to say it, but it's gonna be a short-lived postseason if we don't fix it. So right now, I just feel like our identity is we're good, but we could be playing a whole lot better.
Whole
All
lot
right.
better.
So shout out to everybody in the chat though. You know what I'm saying? Red Jet Show, we see you in here. MI Philly, we see you, man. What's good with you, Kim, babe? We see you. You know what I'm saying? But hey, keep these comments coming, no matter what you say. Even though we don't put them all up, but they are on the streams. Like I said, keep them coming, man. Keep them coming. But moving on, man. Which
Hold
unit?
on. Go back one. Go back one. What y'all think about the Lions' identity? Don't skip past them boys.
No. Joe said his, I think.
Yeah. What do you think? Like for me, as far as their identity goes,
Yeah.
I am definitely. I have to say the Lions defense played really good yesterday. They surprised me. I honestly thought that secondary was going to get either burnt or get caught for a lot of pass interference. And I got to give the credit to the refs. They kind of stayed out of the game and let the players decide that. I know there was some controversy at the end, but there was also some offsides that the Lions had that kind of just, they didn't call. They kind of just set that, it just evened it out. But I think the Lions defense really showed up. I mean, again, I hate to just, I guess Rick keep bringing it up, but just Jared Goff's got to be able to make those passes off schedule. You know what I'm saying? But he can't do it. And I know there you guys will say drop passes and all that, but I mean, hey, if them passes are on time and right in the right spot, because he likes to throw a ball low every time because he's
a lot of those balls hit the ground yesterday.
Yeah, he's afraid to throw those mid-level to high throws because he's afraid of that INT. And he plays scared instead of playing to win. You got to be a killer. You got to have moxie. I don't see that with Goff, man. Like I hate to be trashing on my quarterback because I think he's a great dude. But I don't see that moxie. He don't got that Baker Mayfield, man.
Yeah. I gotta go into the chat. Look here, Ellison. Look, I ain't going around nothing. Okay, I ain't going around nothing. Do we know it's our QB? It could be, but guess what? That's for us to say. That ain't for you to say. Okay, that ain't for you to say. You speak on Mario. You don't speak of you don't speak about a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You don't speak on him. Okay, that's my quarterback.
That's my quarterback.
That's my quarterback. You're a Redskins fan.
Hey,
don't you talk about
Jalen. Truth has to be told, though. Truth has to be told.
That is very true. Now you can talk about Kevin Patula all you want. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But you ain't gonna talk about Jalen.
Not my quarterback.
Not my quarterback.
Hurts had 2 timely runs that kept drives going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was like 30 and 10 or 30 and 11.
Yeah.
That's important.
All right. So
that's what we've been missing because Jalen it hasn't been no design runs for Jalen. He hasn't been running the ball. I mean, he had that 1 sack, and I was like, he should have got rid of the ball, but he had those 2 runs that say that first down, and that's things like that we've been missing out of Jalen Hurts this season.
Yeah, I want to say he only had like two design runs. I think 2, 3, something like that. Wasn't a lot.
I definitely remember the one.
In the famous words of Dennis Green, y'all were who we thought y'all were, and we let you.
Y'all ain't let us off the hook. Now we wasn't on the hook.
We let y'all off the
hook. Look, 63% of the world said y'all was supposed to win. Well, guess what? The rest of y'all are flawed. All y'all flawed out there. All y'all.
Okay.
Don't worry about us over
here. Don't
here.
even say that with confidence, man. I want to hear the basics.
Don't.
You ain't confident about that.
All right, so
hey, Philly fans, when I know y'all confident, y'all walk with a different type of swag. Y'all walking on eggshells right now. Y'all like, Lord Jesus, we got one. Yeah, y'all got one.
Yeah. The same thing would have happened last year if y'all came to us. Same thing. Ain't nothing different. Y'all been talking all that rah-rah since last year, talking about what y'all gonna do to us. What y'all do? Nothing. You did absolutely, positively nothing. We who we knew y'all was.
They didn't want to see it last year because last year they got spanked by the Commanders, so they didn't want to see it.
Yeah. I got smacked by the Commanders.
Y'all were clearly the best team in the league last year. No doubt about it. No doubt.
That's right, MI Philly. Walking tall too. That's right. Got a Gators on. Like, whoo! Walking. We're saying I'm walking with my alligators on. All right, so Joe, man, talk to me, man. Which unit, offense, defense, special teams, deserved the game ball? Which unit for you all for the Lions?
Oh, without a doubt, the defense and a special shout out to the special teams because really the special teams actually helped us stay in that game too. Believe it or not, man, because we didn't let y'all get anything. We didn't fumble the ball. we actually had some decent returns this week, but the defense showed out. And little do y'all, I don't know if y'all really paid attention. We had a couple of players that were supposed to play that was actually out. Terry Arnold.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whatever happened to Barnes. He was just like non-existent, but he didn't really play a lot at all. And then we had a few people that stepped up in the game, and I cannot remember this guy name, man, to save my life. He is. We just picked him up a few weeks ago, man. I can't remember. I can't remember the guy name, man. But he stepped up. He played on the defensive line. He played some defensive end sometimes. So if I had a chance to research his name so I can remember it all the time, but he stepped up.
So Rob, what you got on that, man? You got anything to add to that?
Yeah, Lions secondary. I mean, I don't want to say they were lights out, but man, they locked down them receivers, right? I mean, they played a really good game, especially because they're always on the island, and you didn't get the penalties, so they played really good. I mean, I got to give it to the secondary.
Okay. And then you said that some of those guys were backups too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's
Safety's definitely out. Terry Arnold. I mean, but that's Detroit. That's a whole nother conversation if you guys want to have it, from my opinion.
All right, so Gotti, man, what you think? You was offense, special teams, defense. Who you got for the game?
Man, I mean, I don't even think this is a question, man. 100%.
No.
The defense, and more specifically, man, that defensive line, man. I mean, 5 batted balls, and just to put the icing on the cake, those 5 4th-and-1 stops, right? To include the fake punt, right? That, I mean, phenomenal. If you guys don't know, the 4 games that Detroit has lost, they rushed for under 100 yards. Closest they got to 100 was 98 yards against Kansas City. So the games they won, I think the least amount of yards was like 109 or something like that, upwards to 200. So that, just stopping that run, stopping Gibbs and Montgomery, 2 outstanding running backs. They are able to rotate them in, keep them fresh. Killing other teams, and for them to, be in there, them big boys in there, shut them down like that, man, it's commendable. It's very commendable. So my unit, my most deserved, goes to the defensive line.
Okay, Sal.
Hey, I ain't going to just repeat everything Gotti said. The defensive line was lights out yesterday. It was lights out. I mean, even our new addition, Phillips, he's killing it, bro. He's killing it. Second game, but with another sack. You know what I'm saying? And then that play with Nakobe Dean, he just threw Montgomery out the way like he was a rag doll, bro.
Bulldoze. Look, the funny thing is they showed that shit right after they showed him doing ballet. It's like out there stretching, and then next thing you know, he's pancaking people and getting the sack.
He up here want to be Twinkle Toes Flintstone, and next thing you know, bah!
Yeah.
So,
Shack-a-lack.
I mean, even you know what? I mean, even Dory Jackson made some plays yesterday. You know, man, he batted some balls that. It's just, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Everybody knew yesterday. Vic let everybody know that he's the best defensive coordinator in the league. Vic Fangio by far. He let everybody know yesterday. This is I'm the man.
Vic don't ever need to leave. He need to stay there until he passes away. Matter of fact, he need to be in the booth making the calls, and all of a sudden, hey, Vic Fangio's pumped over or something. But that he needs to stay there for as long as he can. But I look at it like this, man. If me, I'm definitely gonna say defense, but you gotta give it out to you gotta give a shout out to special teams too. You're 3-3. 49 was long and 1 extra point for 10 points. Like that 10 points, honestly, like that decided the game. If Jake would have went up there and missed one of them field goals or missed 2 of them or something like that, we may not be having it. We may not be feeling the way we're feeling right now or having the same conversation. So shout out to special teams and Jake, but you got to give it to the defense. I mean, they got 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, 10 pass deflected combined, 1 INT for 21 yards. Shout out to Cooper Crunch. But yeah, so you got to give it to the defense at that point. I mean, the defense stood out. They did the thing. Shout out to them cold and wholeheartedly. I'm saying without a shadow of a doubt. But Red Jet says that the defense definitely gets a game ball. Ellison that says that's debatable. Denver defense is tough too. I mean, yeah, their defense is tough too, but we're not talking about all around the league. Well, no, Sal, you said the best in the league. You said
I said Vic. I said Vic Fangio is the best defensive coordinator in the league. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. So, what you got to say, Allison? We're looking at it. I'm looking at it in the chat, but we'll see. All right. So, Sal, if you could grade the offense's overall performance efficiency, underwhelming or controlled? Was it way under? Was it efficient, underwhelming, or controlled? How many?
I think it was. I mean, it was underwhelming. As far we all came into this game. I mean, I didn't know it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be pretty. I thought it was gonna be kind of high scoring. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought it was gonna be some. I thought it was gonna be a high scoring game. I thought it was gonna come down to the defense at the end. The time the game went up. I thought it was gonna be some. I thought it was gonna be a lot of touchdowns being thrown and ran. But so I would say overall, as far as the offense, it was underwhelming. But just because of that fact, because I don't think nobody expected the score to be what it was, as low as it was.
Nah.
I thought everybody thought it was coming in. I thought it was going to be, I thought it was going to be at least 30 in the high 20s or low 30 type of game, but it wasn't. So for me, it was underwhelming.
Metcalf, what you got on that, man?
I mean, honestly, I thought it was going to be mid-20s, both teams, one way or the other, for sure. I can't express how much pressure that defensive line, them Georgia boys put on, the Lions and Jared Goff. Them Georgia boys played yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Joe, what you got on it, man? Efficient, underwhelming, or controlled?
Very, very, very underwhelming, man. I mean, I gotta agree. The offensive line didn't show up realistically, man. I mean, they just didn't show up. And whatever strategy Philly had, and I'm sure they practiced that tipping them balls. That was a great strategy because we ain't had no answer for it, none at all.
Well, Gotti,
I tell you, the only answer we had is when we started the second half, we were throwing out to Gibbs. The halfback pass, and that was successful.
He's your high receiver.
I was like, I don't know why we got away from that. It could be maybe the defense adjusted, but don't change that play until they stop it. Not when they adjust to it. Make them stop it. An adjustment is not a stop. Just because they line up doesn't mean check out of that play. Keep going until they stop it.
Mm-hmm. So, Gotti, man, talk to me, man. What you got? You the HC, man.
Yeah, we got the. Hey, I keep the boy hydrated, man. We got the same issue, as far as running those plays that's not being stopped, and we go away from them. Like we had that one play with Barkley, pitch out to the left, 15 yards, didn't see it again. Right? You don't have to run the same play. You can disguise it. They ran it to the unbalanced side. You can run it to the balanced side next time, but didn't see it again for the rest of the game. So that was one thing. Forcing the ball to AJ Brown. Terrible, absolutely terrible. You could definitely see that the ball is being forced there. There was plays where you can see that other receivers were open, other plays, or the quarterback could have made a better decision. But it seems like they just went in there and tried to force the ball to AJ Brown, which decimated, I think, the offense. Right, but definitely underwhelming. Bad, inaccurate passes, especially in the first half. I'm emotional. Definitely in the first half. Just it wasn't pretty at all, man. It wasn't pretty at all.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm gonna get you, Joe, but I'm with you. But it was controlled at times, but it was very inefficient at times. Like there's no reason why we have time possession of 35 minutes of time possession and you still only have 19 points. Like you had the ball way more than they did. You had more opportunities to score, especially on the pick, the first one, and you don't go down, you don't get a touchdown, and you got it inside the 10-yard line. So I'm like, how are we not scoring? And we get down there to the red zone like 2-3 times and did score like that. Like, come on, like we can't do that. And then on top of that, now I will say Jalen Hurts wasn't as accurate as I would like for him to be, but there were a lot of balls that were catchable, and them receivers just didn't catch the ball. So I'll put that on the receivers coach. So I don't know if you got winning on the interview or not, but that's something to look at. This game for the receivers coach. But yeah. So I don't know, man. As far as them catching the ball, I don't know what was getting into them. I don't know if it was the cold or whatever. The Lions jitters or whatever. But again, there was a lot of balls that should have been caught that weren't. Now it's on both sides. But go ahead, Joe. What you got?
I was just going to follow up with Gotti about forcing the ball to A.J. Brown. That wasn't even the coach's decision. That was the owner's decision. He had that owner. And the owner went and talked to the coach, said, you need to get him the goddamn ball.
Hey, you see that? You see they asked Jalen. They asked Jalen about that. Jalen said, ask KP. They asked Jalen about getting the ball to AJ Brown. And Jalen was like, y'all need to ask KP about that. Now, even speaking about that, to me, it's a few passes look like that AJ gave up on. I ain't gonna host.
Hell yeah.
Like he gave him a lot of routes yesterday. Like he wasn't going full his thing. I was just like, I mean, you want the ball, you want somebody to give you the ball, but then you're not running at 100% out there. You slowing down, you stopping, you going mid route, you're not doing your thing. So in that case, if you want the ball, you got to show me you want it by running these routes. Regardless if I throw you the ball or not, you got to continue to run your routes.
Right.
It seemed like the only routes he run hard is those short routes, those quick slants. Anything downfield, he
just feels like he's not going to throw me the ball anyways. So why am I going to run downfield and waste my breath for nothing? And I get this frustration at this point. Like like I want to say they said it during there was a clip like a few weeks ago. Was saying, like when receivers go out there, because I think Devontae said it, receivers go out there and you running routes all game and you give it out, you're off for 2 hours and you ain't got a ball yet. Yeah, that's frustrating. Like at some point, throw me the ball, because I've done it. Even like with Metcalf, was QB for the company team. It was a couple times I'm like, man, look, I ain't running this right. He ain't throwing it to me. Like, man, he ain't gonna throw it to me. I know he ain't gonna throw it to me. There was only one, and I hate to back this up and take it there, but there was only one time Metcalf had me mad at a football game. But it was like, and I think Metcalf know what I'm talking about. It was you do?
I probably do. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was right. We needed 2 or 3 yards. I ran a 3-yard stop. The man was 10 yards away from me. I ran a 3-yard stop. Redcalf rolled out to his right. Buddy came down on me. Redcalf said, "Go deep." I said, "Go deep for what?" I'm at the first down. I was hot.
My bad.
But outside of that, me and Metcalf, we loved it, man. But like I said, I was like, man, come on.
Those fun times, man. Fun times.
It did. It was. So Sal, man. No, Joe, talk to me, man. Do you think what did you think of the play calling today or yesterday? What do you think of play calling?
Hey, like I said, Dan Gamble, man. I mean, I think 13 third downs, 0 for 5, fourth down. Play calling, I think the play calling was pretty good. I just don't think the players executed like they could have, man. But the play call, it was 50-50. It was half coach, half team, man. A couple of plays that I think did something different. But I think some of the players, man, just they wasn't ready for the big time, man, especially the offensive line. Because whenever Jared Goff has to start doing them little dances that he can't do them. Horrible, man.
Can't do.
So, yeah,
Hey, Joe. I don't know if you was on. I don't think you was on when I talked about development. At what point do you think Coach Campbell needs to develop as a coach and stop making those horrible calls?
Yeah, it's about time now. Yeah. The fourth down is what he do, right? We know he did that, but you got to know when to take. You got to know when to take.
Exactly, it's got to be timely, man.
Yeah, it got to be timely in those calls. He wasn't as timely as he could have been in a couple of those calls for sure.
Yeah.
The calls wasn't bad. The plays that he called wasn't bad, but Philly defense was just too good, and he knew we couldn't execute. So you got to back off a little bit on that. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can't be too aggressive at times. Is that what you're saying? Basically?
Can't be too aggressive at times. And he seemed to be in the biggest games. He's the most aggressive.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think they made him. Who's the head coach for Philly? I can't remember his name.
Nick Sirianni.
Nick
You
Sirianni.
watch the game? Did you see Nick Sirianni yelling back at Dan Campbell like, I got you. They were going back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
going.
Okay.
Watch the video. They were going back and forth. I was like, oh snap! I love this.
So, Gotti, man, what you got, man? What you think about the play calling?
So like I mentioned earlier, man, about going back to what works. I didn't like the fact that, you know, we're getting these plays. We got these plays that are successful. Like I said, 15-yard running play, and we don't see it again for the rest of the game. That's outrageous. The tush push, you know, we did it. We ran a tush push on 3rd and 1. We didn't get a push on it. I think we should have went. We should have punted it away. I can't remember if that was the one where we ended up getting the false start on the second one, but that was crazy. More discipline with those guys. That play on that call on Steen, I think, was garbage. But we had that one tush push, false start in the backfield. Mailata should be our all-star lineman. He out there getting penalties. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? But what I did like, and what we need to do more, and we need to start throwing these other running backs in the backfield, man. And nobody's expecting them to run. We talked about this, taking Barkley out, giving the defense a different look, giving them a look that they think we're going to pass, and we hit them with the run, just like it's been working with Tank. But I think we need to make it more routine. We need to put it more in the playbook, make it more designed, just like Detroit does, right? They got 2 backs back there. You know, it's not like you're going to sit back and say, okay, that's Montgomery, they're going to run because he's only good for running. You don't know what it's going to be. It don't matter who's back there. And then when you put them both back there, you really don't know what to do. So I definitely need to think that we need to start mixing it up a little bit. Another thing is, matter of fact, I'm gonna say that for later. That's all I got for now.
Okay, Sal, what you got?
A lot of stuff Gotti said, like, you know, like I didn't like all those forced balls. The AJ, I mean, I like the, you know, they came out passing, but keep forcing the ball to AJ. I mean, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Like Gotti said, when they did the push, it was less than 2 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? And Nick wanted to do the tush push on 4th down, and they stopped it instead of kicking the ball, punting the ball, so they could be deep in the end zone. I mean, they could have. I mean, lucky for our defense was holding the whole game, but you know, because sometimes our defense holds. And then at the end of the game, they kind of let up a little bit, and you know, it causes. But they held the whole time yesterday, and that could have been a costly call. That doing for the tush push on 4th down, and we didn't get it. And it was less than 2 minutes left. Like I said, AJ forced AJ. Like Gotti also said, I mean, Tank came in on one play and got like 10 yards off the rip, and then they took him out. I'm just like, yo, if Barkley ain't getting that, let Tank come in and let Tank eat. Let that boy eat, man. And they keep pulling him out. Like I said, a lot of stuff Gotti said, I just don't want to regurgitate it or the same thing, but that's how I felt about that, about the play call.
Yeah. So I was looking at it, man. I was like, you know, the play calling, to believe or not, at times, like I said, it was just it just wasn't good. Like sometimes I was like, why are you calling this call? But I feel like that was a scheme issue. So play calling is one thing, but setting up the play calls for that series is another. Like, I don't know why we're up here throwing the ball on 2nd and 4 in the 3rd quarter when we're winning. Like, we up by 7. We're trying to chew the clock. That should be a run play all day long. Why are we throwing the ball? That makes no sense to me. And stuff like that is what I be trying to tell Kevin Tullo up in the box, but he just don't be fucking listening to me. And that's why I wasn't able to call plays, because I came in hot in practice. I came in late. I ain't gonna lie. Whatever, I came in late. Whatever. But then when I came in late, I came in like overzealous. And he was like, you know what? Sit down. We're putting you in the stands today. So I was like, okay, fine, no problem. So I had my popcorn and daggone cotton candy just like everybody else. I was eating me a glizzy and all that. But guess what? I bet you he heard me from the stands. I tell you that. I know he heard from the stands. But like I said, and then, you know, like again, you're forcing the ball to AJ. You know what I'm saying? Receivers just dropping the balls, dropping catchable balls where those could have been first downs. Like, I don't understand that. So I feel like it was more of a scheme play relative to the play calling. I feel like some of the play calling was fairly decent, but again, at times he just made some bonehead plays and things that he would have made if I'd have been next to him. But it be what it be, man. It be what it be. So, Gotti, man, what was the offense missing yesterday that kept them from? I can't see what that says because the thing's coming, but keep them
I
from
think
going down the field.
one thing I noticed that we were missing, man, is a scramble drill. I don't know if anybody picked up on that. Anybody? When Hurts is rolling out, I don't see anybody coming back to the ball.
Justin.
You know what I'm saying? Even when he threw that ball, when he threw that pass from the end zone to Dotson, he was throwing downfield, which is great, worked out perfect. But at that time, there should have been people coming back to him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. So, like I said, it worked that time. Of course, if he was on the sideline, yeah, you don't need to come back. Let those other guys who are coming across the field come back. But when you look at it, there's a lot of guys like 20, 30 yards downfield, but nobody's coming back to the ball. So, of course, it's a break from the route. I'm sure they're already out of their route. But, when the quarterback is rolling out like that, you got to have – I mean, you have some quarterbacks who are great at that. Like, Aaron Rodgers, you know what I'm saying? Their scramble drill is great. It's like I think they have their own practice with the scramble drill. It's so good, no matter whose team he's on. But I just don't think we have a good scramble drill. When he's in trouble, he took a sack yesterday, but it wasn't even because of that. They came in hot and heavy. But at times when he's rolling out, they need to start coming back to the ball, man. We got 3 receivers, a tight end out there, a running back that should be out somewhere out in the flat or whatever. That's something that they need to look at, getting those yards, because he shouldn't be throwing, a 20, 30-yard pass when you only need 4 or 5 because there's nobody else in the area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's something we need to work on the scramble drill.
So Ellison says it's your QB, bro. No bias here. Real talk. QB and OC will be issues down the stretch going into the postseason. I'm not gonna lie, Ellison. Like real rap. Like I'm a roll with you on that. But I just feel like Jalen Hurts has the potential to be way better than what he is. I mean, we all know that. But he does make plays that are sometimes he's very indecisive as to where he wants to throw the ball. And though that 1 or 2 seconds can cause you a sack, or it could cause you just a tip ball. Like he has to understand, like go through progressions, make a decision. If it's not there, throw it away, or do it with your legs, something. So yeah, so I'm gonna agree with you there, but I'm not gonna say it's a QB like in its entirety, but but Jalen is starting to become a problem when it comes to his decision making. But I said that before though.
That happened yesterday. He took that 11-yard sack. I mean, he could have threw it to the ground. He could have threw it to somebody's feet. Yeah. But he ran backwards. He took 11-yard sack when he didn't have to take that. And that was frustrating.
Yeah. So, Rob, what you got, man? What you got on this?
As far as
say what?
What was you saying for what? What was the question?
What was y'all's offense missing today that kept y'all from turning field goals into touchdowns?
Oh man, I tell you what. Like for me, I would say I like Dan Campbell. Calling plays, and because he can be in game, he's got that player perspective. I can only call, maybe Joe knows more, but I can only recall like one play where they went wide receivers slant or screen with J-Mo, and it ran for a touchdown. And then after that, I was like, why ain't we running it? I'm not saying we're gonna get a touchdown every time.
Right.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, why are we not running that quick? Because they're getting to the quarterback like right now. Snap the ball, they're getting the quarterback. I mean, quick play, quick slant, something, and we went away from it. Again, it's like you guys are saying, if it's working, run it and let them stop it. And
you know who's real good at that? Kansas City.
Yeah.
They are real good with those quick, like 2-step drop, slant, boom, and they do it, and it works.
And you know what else Kansas City?
It ain't work yesterday.
They got that mobile quarterback.
Joe, what you got for this one, man? What you think? How y'all turning those field goals into touchdowns?
Well, I'm gonna agree the J-Mo play. Yeah, we could have did more of that. But it was a few things to me. Missing Sam Laporta was huge. Wasn't expecting him to be out the next 3-4 games. So that was huge. He Goff's other go-to. Forcing the ball to Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think that was a good decision. They was trying to force it to him. I mean, I know he was the go-to because Laporta wasn't there, but them forcing it was kind of preventing, from doing better plays to me personally. Just from that point of view. And of course, the offensive line not protecting Jared Goff. I mean, I'm gonna say boldly, but if you get Jared Goff clean, it's hard to pick any team that could beat us. Goff is clean, but as you said, I was gonna keep him dirty, so he was gonna need bleach, and I'm sure he's gonna be number one in the tire commercial this week, man. So. For real.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it moving though. We're gonna keep it moving. Yeah. So Rob, did the pass rush dominate or did the coverage win?
I would say definitely that defensive line won. Because I mean they just frustrated Jared Goff all night. And I mean, like I keep saying this over and over. He's not a mobile quarterback. I mean, he can't throw the ball consistently off script. He has to have almost a perfectly clean pocket to be elite. And if he doesn't get that, and we play a team like Philly, obviously we're gonna lose. I mean, that's just it. And like Rob was saying, Joe was saying, the offensive line just didn't help. But I mean, got to give credit to Philly. I mean, sometimes we get caught up in this. Our team didn't perform. Well, it's that other team that didn't allow you to perform the way you wanted to perform. That's just the way it is.
Fair. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. You just can't perform against those other teams because they're not going to allow you. They're just better than what you played last week. So, like, when the Lions play, I think, what's their next game? Help me out, Joe. Their next game, I think it's the Giants. Is it the Giants? What's the Lions' next game?
Yeah,
Giants.
The Giants.
I mean, I'm not bringing this up to badger y'all in any way. The Giants beat Philly. But what I'm going to say is the Giants are not elite. They're not a great team. So I would expect Detroit to have a far better game than they did. But that doesn't mean Detroit improved. That just means they played a lesser team. That's my opinion.
I feel like y'all going to go in there and destroy them boys, though. Pause.
We'll see. But like I said, I'm not going to be like, if we do destroy, like, oh, my God, Detroit's so much better. They're the number 2 team in the NFC now. No, they just played a lesser team.
Somebody's going to say that, though.
Yeah, somebody, right? Somebody's going to see on ESPN, the Lions are back. And I'm like, man, come on.
That's, Cam, that's what Cam going to say. That's what Cam's going to say.
Hey, Campbell's got to say it for his team.
That's what Cam Newton.
Oh, Cam Newton going to say it? Okay, yeah.
Cam going to say.
So, Sally, man, talk to me, man. Was it the pass rush or was it coverage?
I mean, as far as like for us, I think the Lions secondary played a pretty good. They had a good game yesterday. They had a good day yesterday. Because like I said, there was a lot of force. Now, not saying that, but we dropped a lot of balls yesterday. And I think the fact that Jalen was so hooked on trying to get AJ the ball. Smitty was open a few times. Yesterday, but they were so trying to get AJ the ball that we just overlooked the open receivers. Like even on that, Smitty was open on the slant for a touchdown when we had to kick that field goal down there after we got the interception. And it was a few times he was open, but I think as far as now, it was the coverage. Like the Lions had this secondary had some good coverage on our guys, but it was either forcing the ball to AJ, or it was like I said, it was a lot of drop passes on our part. Now, I mean, is that to say because of the secondary of the Lions, or just the fact that we would just drop the balls? But it is what it is, But the coverage was good for our receivers yesterday, on our receivers.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Ellison on and be like, I feel like some of that stuff was on Jalen, not giving him catchable balls at some point. But there were a lot of balls that they could have caught that they didn't, and I don't know why. Well, shout out to Timberlake, you know what I'm saying? Glad you made it in, Tim. Appreciate you. All right, Gotti, question. What adjustments did you notice in the defense making as the game went on?
I didn't see too many. I did see them dial up a couple blitzes, like I was talking about that one where they showed Nakobe Dean, twinkle toes, and then the next play, he blitzing and got the sack. But I didn't see too many other things. Well, actually, I did notice the coverage they had like on third and long. I think they had like 6 DBs on a couple of plays, which is cool. But hell, they still converted like on that screen on third and 10. But what you got them guys in there for if they ain't gonna make a tackle? But I didn't see any. I didn't even see a need to adjust from the first half to the second half because the level of play that Philly was producing. But yeah, just those couple of blitzes that weren't even really needed because the pass rush was so good. Like I said, 5 batted balls by two linemen, like those guys coming up the middle, getting all that penetration. Pause. But yeah, I didn't. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't have changed anything. Just like Vic didn't change too much, dot up a couple blitzes, but that's all I noticed for the most part.
All right, Joe, what you got on this one?
Oh man, adjustments. I ain't see very many, but I will say Detroit threw out a package that I hadn't really seen before, where they had 4 DNs in the game, and when they did those packages, that was the only time they really was able to put a little pressure on Jalen Hurts. We really didn't put a lot of pressure on him, like I've seen us do before. So I think those adjustments in the second half kind of helped us a little bit to kind of get him off his mark, man, because. Like I said, even though he wasn't throwing it deep and he was trying to force it to A.J. Brown, I mean, all those short mediated passes, he was until they start doing those little packages in the second half.
Mm. I know, like for the Eagles, I sat back and I was, like Gotti does, rewatching the game, and I noticed that at the beginning, on the first and second half or first and second quarter, we played a lot of zone. Like even on third down, we were still playing a lot of zone, and Jared Goff was picking us, like getting a lot of yards on plays that for some reason we just give up. Like I don't know why we give up like a 3rd and 13. Why do we continuously do this? And it's every single game. But then on the second half, it was first and second down you play zone, but on third down it was man, and fourth down was on man. So I feel like those are the things that I noticed that we did as far as defenses between the first half and the second half of the game. All right, so moving on. Rob, what is the most impactful coaching decision of the game? What was it? What coaching decision was like this decision right here? Either was the best call or the worst call.
Come on, we all know.
For the game.
We all know. I mean, on both sides, there were some fourth down decisions that we just needed to get away from. But I'll tell you this. Let's think about this. I said the beginning of the game, when J-Mo made that touchdown, right? And then he ran and he did that old bear hug on the post. That's a negative 1 point play. It's like at a certain point in time, hey, young man, that's not a mistake. That's a bad choice. Like, don't do that. You cost your team a point. Then we don't kick that field goal. Now you're talking 4 points. Now fast forward to the end of the game, where we would only be down 3 points with Detroit having that possession before they got sacked and they got that 17-yard, I guess, what was it, 4th and 17? But we could have kicked the field goal and tied the game had they kept those 4 points. That's huge. You know what I'm saying? I mean, keep yourself in the game. I think Campbell was keeping us out of the game. That's just my opinion.
Joe, what you got?
That goddamn field goal and Dan Campbell making them 4th down calls.
Yes.
Total agreement.
But hey, y'all call him Dan Gamble, man.
Yeah.
What do you say? Sal, what do you say? They live or they die by, right? It's 1 and 2.
He died like 5 times yesterday. Yeah.
But, hey, guess what? It's gonna be a whole bunch of slow singing and flower bringing.
Hey, I will say this.
Starts ringing.
You got to give the Dan Campbell. He lost both his coordinators, right? Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, and we're still 6-4. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he kept it together. So I mean, he's doing great things. I just need him to improve as a coach and make the right decision.
Yeah. Timberley says the most impactful coaching decision it wasn't 1, it was 5.
Hey, at the press conference, he said, "My bad. I wish I could get those back." And I want to tell him, Coach, you've been saying that for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Hey, another coaching decision that he messed up on. It wasn't even part of the game. Y'all know, y'all passed up on Quinyon Mitchell. Y'all passed up on that boy. And Dan even said, he said, yeah, we looked at him. He looks really good now. Yeah, y'all passed up on that boy, Quinyon Mitchell.
All right, so around the horn, Gotti, if you had to pick one area for the Eagles or Eagles and Joe Rob for the Lions to fix immediately, what would it be? Just give me one word.
Consistency.
All right, Sal.
Offense.
All right, Joe.
Offensive line.
Rob.
Gotta be one.
Man, offensive line. Yeah, I'm with you, Joe.
Yeah, I was gonna say O-line too for us because hey, like Gotti was saying earlier, man, them pre-snap penalties, that stuff can be stopped. That stuff can be avoided. That is 100% on you. Everyone knows you don't move until the ball moves. Look at the ball, and when the ball moves, that's when you move.
Yep.
It's as simple as that.
If
O-line
Bob has the
penalties,
time, I
don't
think he
get
can
it.
win those games if he has the time. But if you don't have the time, it's lights out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Evermay says defense was legit. Really, the offense needs to be consistent, and O-line needs to get healthy. That's very true. Very, very true. Oh, and Red, I want to say Lane Johnson. It's 4 to 6 weeks, I think, ain't it? Ain't it, Gotti?
Yep,
Ain't that what he said?
4 to 6
weeks.
Yeah,
They say he should make it back right at the beginning of the postseason. So Fred Johnson, if you're out there, hey, when we used to go to the bar downtown Atlanta, your girlfriend used to be out there. Hey, look here. And if that wasn't your girlfriend, well, guess what? It was at the time. Because that's what she told us. So you need to get right, okay, Fred? You need to get right. All them pre-snap penalties, all that stuff. We don't need none of that. We need you to get out the ball the same way Lane Johnson does. As simple as that.
They did rob him. Right. Was that Johnson or was that Steen that they gave that false start to?
Steen.
Okay.
Steen.
Hey, y'all got your get back at the end of the game.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, nobody complained. Nobody complained about that hand.
We all know that was not PI.
Yeah, that was not PI.
We all know.
It was offensive PI.
I'll take it though. I'll definitely take it.
It might have been offensive PI, yeah.
Evened out.
I'll take it. Okay.
It evened out.
But look, if y'all out there, man, and y'all out there watching and you ain't subscribed, man, to the Regal Eagle, man, shame on you. I'll blame your parents. Okay. Now, with that being said, man, look, it's about that time, man. If you ain't done it yet, man, hit that like button, subscribe button, turn them notifications on so you'll never miss another show. I want to say shout out to my main man Joe for coming on. We know he came in late, but he's probably out there doing some road guard work out there. You know what I'm saying? Some construction. You know what I'm saying? Rob, appreciate you, man, for being on, man. Shout out to the kids, man, everybody. Shout out to them. Gotti, Sal, man, what y'all got for the people?
Hey, man.
Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, and make sure y'all go hopefully go watch them Dallas Cowboys lose against the Raiders.
That's what I'm about to say. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Let's go. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
All right, man. So, like I said, peace, love, and hair grease, shot, man.
Hey, we'll see y'all in the NFC Championship.
That's right.
No, you won't.
No, you won't.
No, you won't.
No, you won't.
Fellow on the beat.